In this class, we are going to learn about the descendant selectors. In this class, we are going to learn about the descendant selectors. Remember, we are still learning CSS, and we said that CSS is cascading style sheet here at PalmOps Foundation, LIT Schools. I'm still your friend, Ahebwa Martin. This is my WhatsApp number or my contact number. At the same time, this is my email address. So let us continue and see what are the descendant selectors. So let us continue and see what are the descendant selectors. So we are saying that suppose you want to apply a style rule to a particular element only when it lies inside a particular element, as given in the following example. The style rule will apply to EM. We said that EM is emphasizing tag. So element only when it lies inside the UL. This is unlisted tag. So unlisting. So this one. So if you are having a tag, but now you are unlisting, let's say that you are listing some items, but now you want only the listing, that list with only the word emphasize, that is EM, with this EM. So it means that if you only need EM, it means that the EM one, this underlined, this and this is this this listing, this unlist and ordered list, this unordered list, it means that it is the one that is going to be affected with, which includes EM tag, which only includes the EM tag. So only this one will be affected by color, this one, which is black. So we are going to be seeing them as we continue. So for example, if I use this code I'm having here as my HTML, so let's say that I want it. Let's say that I want it. Let's say that I want my heading 1. I want my heading 1. Let's say that to understand this, let us say that I have my heading 1 here, and it will not work due to this is not yet the CSS that I want. It will not work. So my dear friend, let's be patient. In the below videos, the coming videos, we are going to be learning more about these ones in practical. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's continue. So we are having another one, that is the class selector. The class selector. We are still on the theory learning about these selectors. So we are having the class selectors. So you can define style rules based on the class attribute of the elements. All the elements having that class will be formatted according to the defined rule. So you can define these selectors. So, and the elements having the class will be formatted according to the defined rule. So let's continue. So for example, we are having this dot black color. So if I come here, so let me create a certain file, but I wanted us to learn this one the moment we reach somewhere on how to import, how to link this CSS and HTML. So let's first learn this. So this rule renders the content in black for every element with class attributes set to black in our document. You can make it a bit more particular. For example, this one, it means that only the heading 1 with the class black is the one that will be called to be having color, this one. So let's see it. Let me show it to you. So what I wanted you to see is that if you come here, for example, let's see this class. So if I copy it, let me copy it, and after copying it, I come to my text editor here. I open up a new file. Then I paste the copied CSS and I save it. Let's say that I have saved it style. Let's say style.css. Remember that these CSS files are saved as CSS, whereas the HTML is saved as .html with .html. Then these of CSS, we save them with the file extension of CSS, cascading style sheet. So save. So after saving here, it means that if I want my H1 to be affected with this color, it means that I will call it here. So I will say H1 class equals then black. I will say class equals black. Then it means that here in my head here, I will have to create a link to call this CSS file here. So how do we create that? We can say style, we can say link And now let us just use the inline one. Let us just use the inline. We are going to understand that when I will have taken you very, very, very fast. There are some concepts I want us to run in between there. Let us just use this inline one. So I close the style here. So if I come here and I apply what I have just saved here, let me apply what I have just saved here, copy it, and I bring it here. So the moment I bring it here inside the style, then it means that I can call it here by using class equals, with double quotations, equals black. So if I save changes here and I come here and I refresh here, my page has to be in black color. So let me go back and change this one, and I type there, for example, red. Let's say that we want it to be in red color. Remember, you have to call it using class selector here. So I come here and I refresh here. You see, now it is in red color. So that is how we use a class selector. So remember here, where we are having also this rule renders the content in black for every element, as how we saw it. Then with the class attribute set to black in our document, so you can make it a bit more particular. For example, I can specify that only the H1s are the ones to be affected by this color. So let me show it to you. So if I copy this code and I bring it here, use this inline and I paste it here. Let me paste it here. So now, if I'm calling it, it means that, let's say that this one, this one was H2 and I'm closing H2 here. Let's say that this was heading 2 and I come here on my web browser and I refresh. It will not work. It can't work because I am specifying that it should only work upon the H1s, heading ones. That is where the color should turn to. You are using color black as default. Let us use red. Let us use blue now. Let us use blue. So if I save changes and I come here and I remove this 2, I put there heading 1. I want heading 1, heading 1. So if I save changes and go back to my web browser and I refresh, now my selector works properly. So that is the difference. That is the difference that is between this selector and that is between this code and this code. Here you are specifying that it should only affect the heading 1, but here you are just saying that it should only affect the place when it is only called to that place. So that is the only difference that is in between these two. Here it affects only the heading 1, and here it affects all the code where it is being called as the class selector. So let us continue. We are saying that this rule renders the content. This rule renders the content in black for only a heading 1. That is what I was telling you. Elements with class attributes set to black. You can apply more than one class selectors to a given element. Consider the following example. So if I have this example here, you see this paragraph here, we are saying that this paragraph, this is p tag, then the paragraph tag class, then equals, we are saying that center bold. We want our paragraph to be centered at the same board. It should be bolded. So if I copy it, let me copy it and we test it here. Let us test it here. So if I put it here like this, I paste it here and I save changes. It should be bolded and it should be centered. So let us refresh here. I think you can see now it is here. Let us continue. Let us continue. So we are saying that the ID selector, the ID selectors, the ID selectors. So let us see what are the ID selectors. So you can define styles. You can define style rules based on the ID attribute of the elements. All the elements having the ID will be formatted according to the defined rule. So as how we had the class selector in the above example. So the ID selector, for it uses, the other time we were using the dot, but now for the ID it uses a hash symbol here. So the same as how we have been doing it. So you just copy here this one. Let us copy the code and we bring it here. Now you see for the class it was using this dot, but now for the ID it is using the hash. It is using the hash as how you see it here. So I think you can see it is using the hash. So now we just come here. We come here and remove. We can put there red because it is already in black. So now we can come here and remove this one. Let us remove this one. Now for this one, we are not going to use class, but now use ID. Then from here, we are going to put which ID are we calling black. Black. So I save changes. After saving changes, I come here and I refresh. So my web page or my documents will be turned into color red. So that is how we call that CSS here. So if I change this red, for example, to green, and I save using the ID selector, I come to my web browser and I refresh. It changes to green. So let us continue. Let us continue. So let us continue. This rule renders the content in black for every element with ID attribute set to black, set to black in our document. So you can make it a bit more particular, for example, as how we had done it the other time. So I just copy this, I bring it here for you to see, for you to learn and see. So let's see, let's have it here. So and paste it here. Now this is heading 1, but now we want our heading 1 to be in this color. I told you that this color is by default black, but we want it. Let us first leave it there. Now I'm working with a paragraph. Now it means that if I want my ID to affect this one, I have to change this one to P, meaning that if I have put P, I want it to affect my paragraph. So I'm saying that in paragraph, call ID black, and my color should be black here. That is what I'm meaning. So I save changes. I come here and I reload. So my text will be in black color. So if let's say that I want it to be in red, I can come here and change, for example, to red. You can say red. So I save and I come here, I refresh. I think you have seen it, how it works. So let's continue. We are saying that this rule renders the content in black for only heading 1. So the other time we had paragraph, so it only renders for paragraph because we have specified that it should only work on paragraph and or on heading 1 elements with ID attributes set to black. Only these elements with heading 1 of the paragraph with the attribute of ID should be set black. So let us continue. So thank you for watching. Let's continue. The true power of ID selectors. So let us look at the true power of ID selectors is when they are used as the foundation for descendant selectors. For example, this one. So as how you're seeing it in this example, all level 2 headings will be displayed in black color when those headings will lie within tags having ID attribute set to black, as how we have been doing it. So let us continue. Let us continue. Now we are having the child selector, the child selectors. So you have seen the descendant selectors. So let us continue and see what are the child selectors. There is one more type of selector which is very similar to descendants, but have different functionality. Consider the following example. So we have this tag here, this example of a selector. So this rule render all paragraphs in black if they are a direct child of the element. Other paragraphs put aside, other elements like div or table data here td would not have any effect of this rule. So now we are saying that body. So we are saying that in body, meaning that the tags that are already in body, only paragraph should be changed to color this black. So that is what we are saying, that in the body section. So if I copy it, just bring here for the test, we prove that if it works. So if I paste it here, we are having that we are telling the HTML to say that go into the style sheet or in CS, go and look for a CSS code whereby the body, inside the body, we have a paragraph tag. So inside the paragraph tag, make every content, everything that is in the paragraph tag to have color black. So let us see. So if I have body this P, then color should be black. So as how I'm seeing it, how I'm giving it here. Now the ID, I will remove it. So I remove everything and I save it. So if I come back to my browser and I refresh, my text will be black. So let me go back and change. Let's say that I have given it color yellow. Let's say we have given it color red. So I save because red is very good color that attracts, that shouts. So let's see. Let's see. If I refresh here, it is turned to red. So that is it. Go to body. The tag says in the body section, that is this section, body section, starting from here up to here. Look for all those contents, all those tags that start with paragraph, and change their contents or their what they are holding, the data or the information that they are to present on the web page. So turn that content that is inside the paragraph tags. So turn it to red color. So let's continue. Let us continue. We are saying that this rule will render all the paragraphs in black if they are a direct child of the body element. So other paragraphs put inside the other elements like div or table data would not have any effect of this rule. So thank you so much for watching.